If something as basic and vital as Homeland Security can't get funded in an orderly manner, and we're in a situation like this, how could you ever dream to get something as difficult as tax reform through the Congress?
Well, it can get funded, and I think it will get funded. It took 3 years to do the 86 bill, and there's much more bitterness and partisanship in the Congress today, and I just think we've got to overcome those things.
Dave Camp, the former chairman of House Ways and Means, last year laid out a tax reform proposal. Does that look to you like a decent roadmap?
A consumption tax does appeal to me because you determine how much you pay by what you buy. If you're going to buy a Cadillac, you're going to pay more. The problem with the consumption tax is that it leads to value-added taxes that are add-ons that can be easily added on by a profligate Congress.
The administration's proposal for mandatory repatriation with the money being used for infrastructure. You've criticized that idea. Is that dead?
He wants to tax the monies again that have already been taxed in the foreign countries in order to bring them back. Well, the corporate world's not stupid. They're not going to do that, and neither are we.
How close are you to a deal with Ron Wyden on trade promotion authority?
We ought to get it done. I mean, that's something that really we ought to get done. Senator Wyden has said that he wants to do it, but so far I haven't been able to bring us together. What I'm not for is making that something that anybody can stop a trade bill.
Elizabeth Warren's got a lot of clout in the Democratic caucus right now. Does she and the populists on your side who also don't like trade, do they have enough juice to stop the Trans-Pacific deal and the deal with Europe?
If we have some reasonable Democrats who understand that we need to engage in free trade and that the Trade Promotion Authority enables us to do that like nothing else, I think we'll have enough people to do that.
If the Supreme Court in King versus Burwell strikes down those federal subsidies, what are you going to do for those residents of Utah who have signed up for coverage on the belief that they're going to get federal subsidies?
We're going to have an approach that will take care of that. And it's not going to be some simple approach that just leads us into more spending, more costs, more taxes, more bureaucratic ensnarlments. The problem with that is Obamacare is going to bankrupt the country. If anybody in this country really believes that socialism is a better system than our free market system, they're nuts.
Do you agree with Eric Holder, who said in his exit interviews yesterday that there should be a lower standard of proof in civil rights cases, given how difficult it's been to achieve prosecutions in cases like the Trayvon Martin case?
It's not difficult to bring civil rights cases, but you have to have the facts on your side to be able to do it, and they didn't have any real facts on their side under the circumstances.
Now I read in National Review about the GOP's Orrin Hatch problem, and there was a column in there about how you've become a go-along, get-along, moderate.
I don't think anybody can sincerely say that Orrin Hatch has left the conservative cause. We've got a small segment of our Republicans. They're not really Republicans. They're independents, really, who are so far to the right that they don't see anything good in working with people on the left at all.
At CPAC yesterday, Ted Cruz gave a speech, and he said, no, the real divide is not between Democrats and Republicans. It's between career politicians in Washington and the people who those career politicians ignore. Is he right?
I don't think anybody wants to be a career politician. I've never considered this a job.
He's talking about people like you.
No, he's not. I don't think so. I think if you ask him directly, does that mean Orrin Hatch? If he says yes, I'd say, tough crap, buddy.
Marco Rubio, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz. Do you think all of those three would be outstanding presidents?
I have to say that I don't think that senators have much chance of running for president, and the reason is if they're doing their job, they can't run for president. And if they don't do their job, then that'll be used against them. We have at least 5 really outstanding governors who, you got to say any one of them and make a better president than what we have right now, or better than what the Democrats are likely to put up in 2016.